Hello, I think it's live. Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody today? I see Julie and Rhonda so far in the chat. I want to thank you for being here, for being a part of the live stream. How is everybody? Y'all doing good? It's been an interesting week, to say the least. I've done a lot of contemplating and thinking and praying, a lot of praying for humanity, praying for the world. It's hard to find the words to say about what's going on in our world right now. And while I don't come on to my crafting channel and talk about my faith and the things that I believe in, I thought I would just quickly say at the beginning here, I do believe in God and that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. And I pray that you have God in your life, that Jesus is your Savior. And if He's not, then you just got to ask. You just got to believe and let Him in. And then I encourage you to pick up a Bible and read it. Thank you, Margie. Yeah, there's a lot that's going on in the world. So I want to just say that. And if you need somebody to talk to, if you need me to pray with you, you can send me a message. You can email me. If you don't want to do it through YouTube publicly, if you don't want to go on Facebook publicly, or Instagram or Twitter, but you would like to have a conversation, please feel free to email me at lindaisrael.com. That is my email address that you can use, and I will reply to you. You want me to explain the color wheel? I don't know much of a color wheel. Thank you, Julie. I put the color wheel here because when I turned on the video camera earlier, the color was off. So I was using it to make sure that what I see on the screen was matching what I would see on the color wheel. And honestly, the only thing I know about a color wheel is that what is opposite, those are complementary colors, and then you've got the triad. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Maybe that's what I'll do, is I will do some research, and then I can do, here it is. Here's the triad, the split complementary, the complementary. So you got complementary here, and then you've got the triad here, and then you've got the split complementary here. So it shows you on there. And I think it has more things to say, but that's in really tiny print. I don't have the right glasses on. But that was why this was here. Alrighty, so I have been working on this mostly white journal now for several weeks, and I have contemplated what I was going to do for the cover. So, and it's hard to see, but I've got a piece of fabric here that I have layered with a piece of white. This is a print that has a little bit of a pattern on it, and then this was some lace that was given to me. This is the actual cover that I'm going to use. It was what I call a family Bible that had been damaged. The cover had been torn. Several of the pages were torn. And so I went ahead and took all the pages out. I did reinforce it just a little bit here with some tape on the inside, wrapping it around the edge a little bit. I also added a piece of fabric in here because I knew that somewhat would be visible, but I didn't want it to be too visible. So that's what I've started with. I like to do the following. I will figure out how much fabric I need. Let me turn this around. So I will lay it out. I'll measure it. I usually try to go about 1 inch plus. I'm trying to get it in the center here so y'all can see. I've got too many things on my desk. So I will go just outside the area of the cover so that I can pull this around to the inside. Because I do have 3 layers of fabric here, and I should have done it beforehand, but I wanted to show y'all how easy this is. I am going to stitch all the way around. I'm just going to set up, let's get the sewing lamb. Oh, and I like what sorry, I'm tongue-tied at the moment. I like what Rhonda says about the color wheel. Whatever mood you're in and whatever colors you want to put together is correct. I agree with that. Oh yeah, Julie, you had a little holiday. I hope that went well for you. You just say any color goes with any other color. It's easier. There you go. Any color you like. Exactly, exactly. Hey, Amanda, I'm so glad that you're here as well. Margie and Rhonda and Julie. So thank you so much for being here. Anyhow, we're going to go over to the sewing machine. I'm going to stitch around this outside edge, and then I'll come back over here and we'll start putting it together. Now, this time I have my sewing machine set up with white thread. I decided, because I think my camera needs to be turned just a little bit, and maybe like that. I think that's a little better. So I have it with white thread. I am going to increase the stitch length a little bit. And where's my little, I have a little scrap here that I usually sew on. Here's one. I can use this. So I'm just going to test it out and see if that's going to work. Yeah, I think that will, because all I'm trying to do is tack these layers together. So I'm going to position this up under here, and I'm just going to quickly stitch around so that when I go to start covering the old book cover, that the fabric layers will, in a sense, perform as one layer. When you have multiple layers like I have here, and the reason why I did that was I wanted to make sure that that brown cover wouldn't be visible once I was done, and I knew that this lace layer would look better with another layer underneath it. And so I dug around in my stash and found a piece of white fabric that I thought, well, that's kind of pretty. It has a little bit of a print to it. It will be a little bit obscure because of this lace. The lace was gifted to me, my now deceased neighbor. Her name is Elaine, and this was a lady that you would say, hello, Elaine, how are you today? And she would say, I am blessed. Now, she may be experiencing pain. She may be sad because of something that had happened that day. But she would always say, I am blessed. And I feel like I was blessed because I got to know this great lady of God. She had the answers. She lived an amazing life, and I just loved her to death. And before she moved out of her home after her husband passed away, she started cleaning out and downsizing and getting rid of things that she knew she wouldn't take with her to her new apartment. And one of those was a little box that she gave me. I think it may have had like a meat package in it, like it was given to her by a business. And so she had repurposed a box, and in it she had all these different pieces of lace and satin, and she even had a couple of crochet doilies in there. There was just a lot of neat little treasures. And when I was looking at what I wanted to use on this journal cover, I found this piece of lace. And I was like, okay, I think that is what I want to use. Oh, and I've gone all the way around. Look at there. That was pretty quick. I sat and talked through it all and it happened. Okay, I'm just checking. Let me cut that. And let's come back over here to the main table. And so I was blessed to figure out that I had this lace in my stash and I thought I would use it. I got a pretty good sized piece of it. In fact, I think I have, again, half this size, or the other half is the same size that I cut away to save. So maybe I'll find yet another project later on down the road. I am going to go ahead and trim off the excess lace on the edges so that it is out of the way. There we go. And I'll save this. I have a little bin that I'm putting everything in right now. If you need the measurement of this, I will get my ruler out here in just a moment and tell you what that is, in case you're one of those that needs to know numbers. Basically, I just kind of eyeball it and make it a little bit bigger than my cover. So here's my cover, and I don't know, do I have it? Ah, here it is. I was looking for my fabric seamstress tape, because it's longer than my ruler. So my cover is approximately 20 inches, if you're out of the frame there, by about 11 and a quarter-ish tall. So my fabric is 23 and a half by about 14 inches. Does that kind of give you an idea? Oh, are you good? You're finally got your house up for sale? Or first buyer for the house backed out? Oh my goodness. 5 hours left on the cooling off period? Oh no. So now you're in another one with somebody else. Well, I hope it sells. If that's what you want, that it goes well for you. I pray that that works out just as you wish. And then you'll be able to quit work because you'll get to save your money and get an apartment. Well, wonderful. I hope that works for you. All right. So I think, this thicker part of the lace at the top where it kind of dissipates into the smaller area at the bottom. And I'm trying to decide. I think what I should do is put a little bit of glue on the actual cover before I start folding in the sides. I am going to use some beacon. It may be this beacon or this beacon. I haven't decided yet. Depends on how much I have left here. I've got a new one of the 3-in-1. So I'm going to make some dots across here and even kind of come down the spine a little bit. All right, and then I'm going to flip this back over without getting glue all over me, right? And then kind of press that into place. And then I'm going to fold this side over and do the same thing. Where did I just do with that glue bottle? Do you have someone in your life that you feel blessed to have known, whether they're still alive or have passed on? I think I've got lots of people that I'm still blessed to have as a friend or family member, or have had as they have passed on. Oh, I just realized I didn't do this part. You know, it's those memories that we have made over the years with these wonderful people in our lives that make our lives that much richer, I think. Because if you can't share your life with someone else, what are you doing? What are you doing? All right, so I'm going to put this over here, kind of press this in. I am going to do a different technique when it comes to binding my pages, so stay tuned for that here in just a moment. Well, you're very welcome. I hope that everything works out for you so that you can do as you plan to quit working, or even if you get the opportunity to only work part-time or on your terms. All right, I'm going to kind of smooth this out a little bit and smush it down. I'm going to do all four corners. I just kind of put a little bit of glue in the corner and fold it in. So just kind of press it. Everybody's got their own technique of how they do their covers. This is just one way that I do it anyway. So now I'm going to put some glue here and across here until the glue runs out. I may need to put some clamps on here, so I thought I would go ahead and get started on this edge first, and then I will grab some of my little clips, especially these deeper ones, because they can hold it down a little bit further on here. Grab another one like that. Okay, let that sit on that side. Yeah, the stand-up job is, during my job, it's a little bit of both, where I sit in my computer getting all of the digital images ready for printing, and then I have to go to the printer to pull them off of the printer for curing. And if I have a customer that also wants me to press them onto a garment, then I'm standing to get that portion done. So yes, I totally understand about having to stand in one place for a long period of time, especially when I have to do pressing in addition to curing the images. And it's hard on your body. It's also hard on your body just to sit. And I highly recommend everybody try to find an exercise that helps them strengthen their core and their hips and their back, because of sitting, because of standing, because it's part of our mobility. And if you lose that mobility, then you're not going to be able to do the things you may love in life. All right, so now I'm going to do this side. Just kind of putting some glue down. I've almost used up this bottle of glue. I'm really squeezing it out here. I haven't decided what I want to work on next. I have been going through some of my leftover projects and trying to put them into some sort of sorting and cleanup so that I can figure out what I have. And I think I may do something where I spend some time making what I call page toppers, where I take some of these bits and pieces that I have and turn them into a journal page that would possibly fit on an 8.5 by 11 folded piece of paper. I think I shared some of those that I made when I went on the retreat a week ago. But I think I'm done with this bottle. It seems to be empty, so it's going in the trash. And I don't know if this one, no, this one hasn't been opened yet. Okay, that has that part. All right, so hopefully, oh, that's not good. Oh my gosh, what a big, big mess. Okay, so apparently when I opened that, it just kind of exploded out of there. And I need a paper towel because I don't want this on my good not good, my dishcloths that I use. And let's see, let's get a tool that I can use to kind of pick up some of this glue that I have way too much of. Okay, now I'm just going to use a end of my paintbrush to pick up the excess glue and put it on the other side where I need it. Okay, I think I've got that to a point where I can then take this and fold over. I'm going to clip it. I've got more clips. I'll have to get them though. I wasn't expecting that glue to misbehave. So thankfully I didn't make too big of a mess. Just a little mess. Okay, so there's still some glue on here, so I'm going to try to get some of that off. Use it on the fabric here. There. Spreading it around. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to clean this nozzle off. Glue volcano, exactly! Man! No sitting down no matter what. Yeah, that's sorry that you have to stand so much. Okay, now I need to clean this part out too, because the little foil piece is still in there. That's why I was totally unexpecting that to come apart like it did. Get a couple of these guys so I can use them to place it all together. Okay. All right. I may need to add some glue in this area a little better. So I first need to make sure that I've got the glue bottle functioning. So I'm going to get another paper towel here and see if I can't get out the glue that's in there. Come on. Getting glue everywhere. Okay, that's coming off. I need a pokey tool. Come on. Come out. There we go. Now, I think I want to clean that nozzle a little bit so that it doesn't glue shut, but I don't see the acetone that I usually keep here, so I'm going to try to clean this off as best I can. Okay. Now, let's get that done. Volcano glue for sure. All right, so I'm going to undo these because I think that should be pretty much ready to go. And let's put this one over here for now. And I think I need to put a little bit of glue. Come on, squeeze out. Right there. Right there. Okay. And I think I may need to check some of this. Put some right here. Come on. So sometimes even when a little mess happens, you just work through it. Squish it, squish it, squish it. All right, put the glue up here. Let's get rid of these guys. And I will put them back. I've got a little box here. I bought some clips because I thought they were going to be bigger than they were. And when I got them, I was very disappointed. But they have been able to be used otherwise. Okay, I think that's going to be really pretty on there. Now, I did pick out an image from Calico Collage from the fairy tale collection. So I've cut one of the pages, which would have been a letter size 8.5 by 11, and I went ahead and cut a piece of white cardstock to go behind. And I was thinking of just putting it on the side here. And I kind of like the way that stitching looks, so I think what I'm going to do is add some glue to this and then go to the sewing machine and stitch around that outside edge, which will help give that cover some time to get that glue dry. So I'm trying to get that straight on there. Okay, so let's take this piece and we'll go back to the sewing machine and stitch around it. What's everybody been working on? Have you had any big projects that you're working on? Make sure I'm in the camera here. There we go. I am going to another local retreat the first weekend in October. It'll be in a town that's just north of where I live, north and east of where I live. And it'll be a day retreat, if that makes sense. The venue is going to be inside of a hotel, and we'll be able to have our own little workspace there and just fellowship with others that like to craft, most of whom are scrapbookers. I'm going to take a bunch of my junk journal stuff and work on that while I'm there. So that's another reason why I'm trying to go through all of my things and see what I can put into easy to carry packages to use at the retreat. Okay, there we go. So now I've got this piece. Let's go back over here. All right, so come on, computer, keep up. I'm closing the cover so we kind of get a gist of where the center is on here. And I've kind of picked out a few, where'd it go? Little pieces of lace. I don't know if I'm going to use them all. I've got some of this trim. I was trying to find the end of it. Where is it? Where is the end? I think there's a pin in it or something. Maybe I can slide it off. There it is. There's the pin. I don't know that there's enough to go all the way around, but maybe. Okay. I found this little piece of lace, and I was thinking maybe of putting it up here on this, or down here on this corner. It kind of blends in with this portion because it's the same color. Oh, you started your brown paper bag neutral theme journal. Fun! And then I have this trim, and I was trying to figure out if what I should do is maybe kind of put it, I don't know, like this around the edge. if I do like that, I do have enough to go all the way around. But I was thinking that I kind of like this corner piece. I may trim this off right here. I think that's what I'm going to go ahead and do, is kind of trim this like that. And then this piece would go across here. And then I've got some flowers. Hey, Jennifer. Hello, hello, hello. So what do you think? Should I go around the edge like that and then glue this over? I think I have these little flowers that I could intersperse. Maybe I could put a couple every so often, not all the way around. I don't know that I have enough to do that, but I have enough maybe to kind of put a couple in different spots. I also have these flowers that we could put on, trying to keep that more white with it. Tell me what you think. Should I do this all the way around? While you are contemplating that, I'm going to look real quick. I'm pulling down some more little flowers that I have here. Okay, now I'm getting hot in here all of a sudden. It's time to put the hair up. Let's see if that works a little better. Okay, so these little flowers, those could be put on. And I know I have some, I don't know, I don't necessarily want to cover up all of the lace, but maybe kind of putting them like that. All right, I think what I'm going to do first is I'm going to start gluing down the unicorn image, and then I'll start gluing down the trim on top of it. So let's get out the Fabri-Tac Beacon. What is this? 3-in-1 glue. So I'm just going to go around that edge. And work on that. Well, Jennifer's here. Yeah, we did miss Julie last week. We talked about her. Where was it that you went, Julie? I remember seeing a picture on Facebook. I don't get much on Facebook these days, but I did see something. Okay. I think we'll put this here in the middle. So I'm kind of looking at the camera to see if I've got it somewhat centered. And I probably didn't need to stitch around the image since I'm going to kind of cover it up, but sometimes I just like to know that that stitching is there. All right, making sure that nothing is gluing shut where I don't want it to be. All right, so I'm looking at this to see if there is a right side versus a wrong side. And I think it goes this way. There's a little bit of a cluster here. All right, so if I start here and then just kind of ease it around. Giroa on the south coast? Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to start here and just add some glue. Put that there for a moment. And then I'm just going to tap it into the glue. a little at a time, working it around. Okay, and then we're going to go up this way. Down. Okay. Down the south coast. We've been talking about making some road trips to some of the local places that we haven't gone to in Oklahoma, even though I've lived here all my life, but I've not necessarily gone to a lot of the places. We were talking about, just taking a quick road trip. When I went to Kaw City, Oklahoma, which was just north of Ponca City, Oklahoma, I didn't really go see anything other than the local area right there by the house where we stayed. But it was pretty. It was a pretty little area. Okay, I think I like how this is looking so far. G sounds like a J in jelly. So, Joria? Jellioria? I'm a silly okie girl that's not very good at pronouncing things, okay? When I was younger, I had my hearing test because they thought I had a hearing problem. And it's not that I had a hearing problem, it was a comprehension problem. And what it was is I heard the words much like a dyslexia has problems reading words. They change the letters around or they don't see all of the letters. And so it's hard for them to comprehend. Well, I did the same thing, but when I was hearing them. So for the longest time, I had problems comprehending things. And so I started on my own listening to music. So I would listen to the words and really try to figure out what did they say and be able to do that on a regular basis so that I could hear better. But I still have problems with pronunciation. So I'm trying. For the longest time, I could not say sausage or cinnamon. And the way we say aluminum in Oklahoma, not aluminum, what is it? Aluminum? I can't remember. It's complete. The way it's spelled and the way the English say it's completely different. Somebody's messaging me. Oh, should you send me a video on how to say it? I'll get to watch that later and listen to it. Say, okay, what am I supposed to be doing? That went all the way around. There's a end piece here. I'm going to smoothen that out. Okay, perfect. Oh, I didn't show you my fingernails. This is what my nails look like. I haven't worn these yet. This is my first time to wear them. I thought they just kind of were pretty enough to work. Okay, so I put this trim around, and I was thinking of putting this little piece of lace over the corner, but I'm kind of thinking it doesn't go. It does not work for me. I am going to trim off this little piece here. And I may need some more glue under here, so I'm going to add a little bit more. I'm kind of thinking maybe we'll use these little white flowers. I have a bunch of them, so I could put one in each corner. I could put one in each of the little loopy areas. Let's see. Let's see if it's too much. Is it too much? Always free. Oh, hello, Glitter. How are you doing, Michelle? Hello, hello, hello. I have had these forever. The color of this packaging is starting to turn. This is called Stefanoto's Confetti. And it was $4.99, but I'm sure I got it for half price. All right, so if I did it like that, is that too many? I think that's too many. Okay, so what if we did maybe... No? Or I think I have some buttons. Oh, I have a... This is kind of interesting. I have a key. And I have some pink buttons. Pink buttons, pink buttons. All right, I think I need a little container to dump this out in so I can reach in and get what I want. So, I'm thinking no. Do we put a few buttons down? And then do we put a key laying across and then use these flowers instead of the Stefanotas? I don't know. I'm trying. I'm working it out here. That is from the fairy tale collection from Calico Collage. So I could put some buttons down there. I think I've used almost all of the flowers that have little pearls in them. I don't know. Does that look good? Let me raise it up. Raise it up. How's that? Something like that? I kind of like that. Well, these didn't get used again today, so they're going to go back in the container. So I'm just going to pop those in. Ta-da! Yeah, it's from Calico Collage. Yes. There's a link in my description box of this video to Calico Collage Fairy Tale Collection, and you can go there to get it. I used that collection for the inside several times, so I happened to dig through what I had already printed and found that I had this larger image and decided that, well, I'm going to use this, by golly. I don't know. This box is weird. Okay, let's put that over there. Okay, thank you, Archie, for being here. You're welcome. I think I saw, yes, I have some little pearls. So what do you think? Maybe like that? I think. Where's Jennifer? Jennifer, hello. You're supposed to be helping me, Jennifer. What should I put on here? I could maybe, I don't know. If I put one of these, oh, I could tie a piece of ribbon. That's what I need to do. I saw some. Where was it that I saw? I've got a piece of... Oh, come here. Unzip. I want one that... I think this will work. So if I were to put this... All right, we'll put this through here. You love the way it is? Okay, perfect. If I can poke this through the hole here, it's going to tie a little knot. And then I'm tying a second knot. There. And then I'll cut off the excess. So I think, I don't know if there's a right side or a wrong side to it. It doesn't look like it. If I put it kind of like that, I think that works. Okay, so let's start gluing things down, right? So I'm going to move these out of the way for a moment. And I'm going to put some glue on the back side of the key. And then I'll lay that down. Push it into place. And then let's do this button. Well, it wants to stay there, so I'm just going to put blue under it. Put one up here. Your oven timer went off? What's for dinner? Okay. And I think we'll go, yeah. Okay. And then put this one kind of right there. And then maybe one up here. And then one right there. Okay. I kind of feel like I want maybe another kind of going up with another button. What else is in there? Anything? Maybe put one right here. Maybe put one here. I don't know. 4 doesn't seem right. Right? I think that works. The other thing I'm going to do probably after the live is I'll come back in with some glitter dimensional paint and then add some glitter to the unicorn. Does that look really good? Okay, pizza, homemade pizza. That sounds yummy. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. Think that looks good? Okay, so I don't think we need any more buttons right now. Now, do I want to put, I think I want to put these little pearls on. I think I do. Now, do I have enough? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So we've got plenty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think I'm going to put one in each spot. So I'm going to put, I need both hands for this. Okay. So first, see if I can get one off of here. Put a little drop of glue and put that on top like that. And then let's get the next one. They have adhesive on them, but I know from experience that if you try to just put them on top of fabric or lace in this case, that the adhesive isn't quite strong enough. But if I can use the Fabri-Tac Beacon 3-in-1, whatever this is, glue, then I can make it stick better. I don't hardly do this type of decorations. Yeah, it's gonna have more glitter on it. Hey Sheila, how are you, lady? All right, come on, come off of there. Oh, now it's sticking to my table. It'll stick where I don't want it to stick. That's usually how it goes, right? Come on. There we go. And there's a little dot of glue. There we go. Okay. Oh, come on. I'm just having issues here with getting this little guys to go where I want. There we go. Let's put one right here. Put the one right there. Try to get rid of the excess glue. A little rag. Okay. Maybe I'll just do this, and maybe that'll help me. I just put a couple of dots of glue. Okay, now it's just not wanting to cooperate. There we go. There we go. There. Where's the lid? So I can close it for a moment while I fight with the pearls. I am going to prevail. I have decided. Come here. Okay, poke that down in there. I like it. Well, I mean, it is $6.95. She usually has a sale every so often, and you're getting the whole kit of images. So she has a whole bunch of images. There's like 3 different unicorns for sure that are just the head, I think, in her kit. Okay, there we go. We're getting there. A little at a time. I think I need to put one right here. So I'm going to put glue here. Glue there. Wipe off the excess. Come on. I feel like that didn't get very much in there. There's more than one way to do things. Come on, stick. Stick. Okay. And one right here. All right, now let's get rid of the glue for a little bit. Okay, one goes right here. I have glue on my fingers. I don't know how that happens, but it does quite frequently. Okay, one goes right there. You get lots of images, yes. She has a whole collection of things. I also like taking that same journal kit and then telling my printer to print it as a different size instead of just only the 8.5 by 11. And that gives me other options to use in my journal. Maybe I want to make a page with a pocket out of one of these images, but a little bit smaller. I think it's easier for me to just peel these off of the backer and stick them down. Okay. Robin's still working. She's plugging along. I need to send her a message to see if she needs me to take her and her kitty cats to the vet. They're usually due about now to get their shots and their claws trimmed, that kind of thing. Okay, I like how this is looking. All right, and apparently there's some little glitter pieces in here. I need to put those in my little baggie of goodies. Go into the baggie of goodies to be used for another day. Okay, don't need this. Don't need that. Put this back over here. I think that's the cover. I was going to use these little flowers, but I don't think we need them, do we? Or do you think I should put little snippets of the flowers in between the pearls? Let me know. Let me know quickly as I'm cleaning up everything on my desk. Pardon me. Put the paper flowers away. Okay. And I'll put this over here. That over there. This over here. This goes up here. Kind of cleaning my desk back a little bit so that I have room to work on putting the signatures in the journal. Nope. Yeah, with the glue volcano, you have to know. I don't need those flowers. Okay, that's kind of what I'm thinking too. All right, I'll get rid of those. Be gone, I say, be gone. All right. So I'm going to let this kind of set up, but I will open this to kind of give you all an idea what I'm going to do. For the interior, I want to put my signatures onto this piece of fabric. Then I'll glue down the fabric. And then I will put in my front and back cover. Does that, let me make sure, come on, get me some good color here. Does that make sense? That's what I'm going to do. So I don't want to mess up my cover, so I'm going to slide that over here for a moment. And what I've done is I went ahead and I just marked where I'm going to sew my signatures. See, here's another one of the images that was on that I used from that kit. If you were wondering, Michelle, what's going on here? Oh, the little pearl popped off. Put it back on there. There. And then I've got this signature that I'm going to put on there. So I think I'm going to do, since this is, I'm going to take that out for a minute so that the glue can dry where I put that pearl back in my flower. All right. So I've got two signatures that I'm going to put on here. I need some thread. So I'm going to do 3 times the height. So 1, 2, and 3. And I'll go ahead and get 2 of those going. I'll go ahead and cut it in half. That way I have 2 pieces ready to use here. And I need a needle. Needle. Where are they? There's one. Okay. All right. Why aren't you going? There we go. You love that pocket idea? Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean, it was just so easy to do. Okay, so what did I do? Oh, I couldn't find my thing that I needed. All right, so here's the tricky part. I need to temporarily kind of clip it to this fabric so I can punch the holes in my signature. What I decided to do is to go ahead and make some simple mop-up pages, stencil pages, so you can kind of see, and I am positioning these kind of centered in each page. So I'm trying to make sure that that's in the center. I just took 8.5 by 11 paper and sprayed Tattered Angels through stencils and then did some mop-ups. So that's how I got those papers. And then I attached them. Oh, good grief. Drop things on the floor. I attached the pages together with strips of paper. Yeah, okay, so first what I need to do is I'm going to clip these so they don't shift. So I'm just using a couple of clips that Robin gave me. Put some here. All right, and here's my little template. And so I need to put that template in the middle. I've got my little squishy foam and my awl, and I need to poke holes in the pages. So try to position that here, making sure it goes all the way through. All the way through. One more. All the way through. Okay, move that out of the way. And then I'm going to position this over my fabric. I think I can get away with not, well, if I can find the hole. There it is. Not actually pinning it together. I'm going to try anyway. Pull this through. And then we're going to come up through here. Come on. And then I'm going to go to the inside here. Oops, come on. Ah, I got shifted. Don't be shifty. There we go. All right. So I'm going to pull this up a little bit and then go back through this hole again. Come on. Come on, go back through. And then go through the cover fabric. Okay. And then I'm going to go back through the fabric here and through all the pages. If I still find my hole, there we go. Okay. And now slip under here and then tie this off. Okay. I'll leave the tails long. We may, if we have time, we'll put some charms on or something. All right, so now I can undo these. And I did that wrong, but that's okay. I was going to have this be my first one, but I made it my last one. That's okay. We'll go with it. Oh, you use a Dremel to poke a hole. Gotcha. I don't usually have problems poking the holes other than they sometimes have a tendency to shift on me. All right, so I'm going to make sure these pages are nested together well. Okay. Get in the center where I want you. Okay, where's the other one goes? There they are. Okay. And over here. You make what works out of what you have, right? So I need my template again. Lay that in here. Poke a hole. Sometimes I just have a hard time seeing the hole after I've poked it, so I try to make it just a little bit bigger, but yet not so big that things get too loosey-goosey. All right, so now I've got my other string. And there we go. Move that out of the way. Go through the center. Go through the center. Okay. I marked the holes with a black pen so that I could see them a little better on the fabric. I think that helps a lot. And then open this up so that when I go through here, there we go. All right. So now I need to marry that up to the page, or the fabric, I mean, and I'll get it all aligned. There we go. Trying to keep it all nice and neat as best I can. And then we're going to come back through this hole. Come on. There we go. And then open this up and go up here. All right, come on. Now, get this all nice and neat on here. Now, do I have that? Yes, that looks pretty good. Put that back in the zipper pouch, and let's tie this off like so, and remove these, which I think I'll need in a moment. So now, if I did this right, I should have this fabric piece where I have bound it to the page. Oh, he brought you a demo press? Nice. Hold the page together and you have it perfect. Oh, I bet. Okay, so now what I need to do is I want to glue this piece into my journal, okay? I think I have, there's one. I hope this is going to be big enough. Okay. I'm just pinching that together so that it's a little bit easier to hold this whole thing. And we're going to get the Fabri-Tac glue. And I want to glue this. Come on. This may be one of those times that I probably could have got away with using a hot glue with it. But I'm just going to take my time and try to put a generous amount of glue on here. I didn't want the stitching to show on the outside of my journal. That's why I ended up putting it on the fabric like this. All right, so I'm doing halfway, I guess you could say, most of the halfway. All right, where's the lid? So now, if I hold this upright, I should be able to press it like so, all the way in. I'm not going to worry about what this fabric looks like because it's going to be covered up, but I am going to kind of tilt it this way and do the other side. Okay. It's practice, you know. You like hidden spine journals? I haven't made one in a long time. So I thought, well, this would be a good opportunity to make one. And I just used a scrap of, this was canvas because I knew it would be sturdy. Okay, I'm trying to make sure I put enough glue on here. And then rock this over and glue it down. So I'm just pressing it on both sides. Okay, kind of making sure I did the top and the bottom. All right, so I don't want it to fall over on me, so I'm going to lay, there we go. I need to put in the side pieces. That's not very heavy, so I'm going to add to it. Okay, there we go. And so, oh, and I want to do a tie. I need to do that first. So I've got some ribbon here, and I was thinking we would just tie it with this real pretty satin. So I think that would be long enough. Let's see. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it about 26 inches. That should be plenty of ribbon for a tie, don't you think? I think so. So when you do a hidden spine, are you attaching it to the book and then covering up the spine? Or are you doing a technique like what I have shown here today? I'd like to know. Inquiring minds would like to know. All right, so let's see here. If we've got... Oh, don't fall over on me. I need you to stay upright. Come on. I may need something heavier. There. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 would be right about here. So I'm going to put down some glue here. Okay. Like I'm doing, okay. And then I'm going to lay this in here. Okay. And I'm going to lay this inside and see how that covers up everything in there. And I think this other glue, is this one open? Oh, good. This one is open. I'm just grabbing another bottle that I had open. And it's coming out easier than the other one was. The other one was getting really hard to squeeze, which probably means that it's old, even though I just opened it. And it needs to have some acetone added to it. Okay. But I have both of these here. Attached to the book and cover spine, but I'm going to try this. Okay, gotcha. So we got it both ways. Some people go ahead and attach it to the actual cover and then decorate the spine so you can't see where it has been attached. And then Sheila said she did it like I did today, which was attach it to another piece of paper or fabric and then attach that whole thing. All right, so I'm going to slide this over here. I think, there. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So right about here. I need this glue. Add in some glue here to hold that ribbon. You found your senior pictures on your laptop the other day and made a collage with Canon Image Garden It wants me to print it out and scan it in order to save the collage picture on my... How weird! You've done it the way I've done it, Julie? I've used Google Images for a long time. I don't remember if they have a collage thing. On Canva? Okay, gotcha. See what they have. Maybe something better. All right, let's glue this piece together. We're just cooking here, aren't we? Adding more glue. Okay. Ah, what did you miss? You haven't missed anything. Looking at Calico Collage's stuff, she has a lot of pretty things. I just love what she creates. All right, just smoothing this out. Okay, just let that sit for a moment. What I haven't done yet is made like a little tag to put in here. So let's see if I can find a piece of paper that I want to use. I've got a piece of white cardstock, so I think I'll stamp that with my hand made by this journal made by. Uh-oh. Yeah, we talked about how we covered the spine or not. All right, so I'm going to, I think this is crooked. It is crooked, but we're going to try. I think I need to redo that. Let's turn this over. I don't like it. Why are you so crooked? Don't be crooked. Okay. One more time. Well, that's still crooked, but I'm just going to go with it. All right, so where's my pen? I got my pen here. This journal made by, and this was made at, we finished it. We'll do 9/15/2025. And I will get my paper trimmer and let's trim this. And then should I put it in the back cover or the front cover? I was thinking of putting it there. I'll add a little bit of distressing around it. You're on Canva. Everybody gets on Canva. I think I'll put it right there. All right, glue. I may have some little goodies I can put in the pockets here. Put that right there. All right, so we can undo this. Put this back where I can find it. It's always good to have those giant clips, right? And then this, my idea was that it would tie this shut. I'm not going to tie it right now because that ribbon is not quite dry yet. But I am going to put this journal card back where it belongs. Put you back where you belong. So that went right here. There. Okay, move stuff out of the way. Yeah, I forgot about the board. So I'll put that in here. So I'll kind of give y'all a visual of what it looks like on the outside. You can kind of see the top there. There's the back. You can still see the texture of that fabric below. And here's what the gator mouth looks like as I hold it tight. And here's the bottom. Okay. And then we open this up. Here's our inside. And it may need a little bit of help kind of getting it all to stick together, but I think it looks pretty good. Let me see if I got something here. I think all I had was not cards that were ready to use. I've got this little tag I can put there. Let's look in here and see if I've got something that could go. Oh, I've got these little cards that were given to me a while back, and I bought them. They're from Currents. I think the envelopes might be sealed shut. They feel like they might be. Well, that one kind of comes open. But if we put one here, and then I'll put the other one in the back. See if there's anything else in here. Oh, this is a cute little, is that a mouse? Do I have it upside down? I don't know what, it's just something that was given to me, so I'll just pop that in there too. Because it's a light color. And maybe I'll put this one, even though it's brighter, I'll put it in the back. There we go. Add more. Oh, thank you so much, Michelle. That's really sweet of you. Thank you. You're making something special. I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Gorgeous. Thank you. All right, so there's the inside. We're starting. So here is a pocket here. Using one of Norella's. I think this is from the, oh, it just left me. I think it's the Dreaming one, but I'm not positive. She had another unicorn kit. And then here's like a little notepad I made. One of her images again. A stencil page. I didn't add anything on the stencil page. I just figured there were enough that it would be, you know, she could do your own little journal card in the pocket here. And another one here. And putting it behind the lace, I thought was kind of fun doing that on this piece that I made. And then over here we had another little pocket. This was a book page that I painted with white acrylic paint and then stenciled over the top of it. And so we've got these little pieces that fit. And then we have an oversized card that I made. This side I decided just to layer a few things, and then I covered the other side with some coffee dye paper so you would have a place to write. And then more of the copy page, and then this page flips out so you can see that. And then there's a journal card that goes in here. You can glue the back of the card to a page and we'll be able to turn in and glue stuff in it. Or, okay, cool, cool, cool. That's what you do for your church notes. Nice. Oh, my ribbon was getting smushed. And then here I just had one of the journal pages that I printed as a 5x7. I just folded it in half and stuck it here. And then here's another just oversized piece of paper. I think this was a end paper in a book. So it's not as thick as cardstock, but it's thicker than text weight paper. That goes here. Flip that over. Let's get this so you can see. And then here is, this was an envelope flap on this side that I covered with other paper so that it had an additional pocket. So there's a tuck spot here, and then here's a pocket up the top. And I just used some scraps of sheet music and a little flower that I stamped. And then that goes here. This is another one of Norella's images. And then I made a little card tag pocket to fit into it. So it has lots of little pieces in it. This goes back in here. And then flip this over. This unties. This is something I made a while back. Oh, I put it together wrong. I just noticed that. And so this opens so you can write here. And then this opens and you've got a little piece of paper you can write on, a tag, and a little card that you can add to it. And then put it all back in the pocket. Close this up. And then we've got the peacock on there with this little ribbon. And this was where I made a boo-boo. This was supposed to have been put into a pocket on the other page, but I made it too wide. So I thought I would just use it in this pocket. Here's just a card that somebody gave me that I just thought, well, I'll just put it in here. Using an envelope or a napkin here. And then this is an envelope I made out of some of that mulberry printed paper and then just added a little card I made. Looks like kind of cool, I think, anyway. This has been a lot of fun making this journal. Did you like it? Did you get any ideas? So here I did some collaging. Pardon me, I got choked up. Made a little card to go inside the pocket here. I did some bling. I did a little bit over here on this side. And then in here, had a little pocket. And then took some more of that same paper that's here and just added it to a piece of cardstock so you can write on it. And you got all these pretty pieces. Lots of pretty pieces. I think is there 2 pockets there? I can't remember. Okay, that's just one. I was trying to think if I had it layered pockets, but it's just one. And you could, in theory, tuck something under here if you want. And then here's some more of those painted pockets that I made. Little pieces. Another one of these oversized journal cards. Same concept, just collaged little pieces on top. Little stickers. This is a griffin that's part of the fairy tale collection. And I took a piece of book page and covered it with this iridescent ribbon that I got after Christmas. And just made a little journal card. And I think, yeah, there's a tuck spot here. So if you want to put something there, that could be done. And then another pocket over here. And I like that, I have lace every once in a while. It's not on every single page. This was another greeting card that I had. I think it was a Mother's Day or a birthday card. And I cut off the sentiment and just remade it. Rubber stamp. Journal card in here. This is a gel print in the background and one of Norella's images. And of course the paper doily. And then this has the same kind of journal card over here. Thank you so much, Michelle. Thank you. Just made a little collage and stuck that on there. This is an envelope that's folded over the page and it creates a pocket to put a little journal card in. And then this is paper clip so it doesn't fall out and it flips out. So you have all that writing space. The little kitty cats, all because of Margie. She loves her kitty cats. Aw, thank you so much. And then this side, This was a paper casting that I made a long time ago. I'm talking 10, 15 years ago, and I found it, and I thought, well, that'll be pretty to stick on there. And it's just another folded card that I put in the envelope that's folded over the page. Using some decorative cardstock and made little pockets, and using the scraps to decorate them. The foundation was a napkin over a book page. Lace again. And then giant journal card. And then this was stationery. I just thought it was pretty to stick it in there. Another pocket on this side. Another one of Norella's images there. Just left it blank on the inside. Goes back in the pocket. And then this one flips out this way. And it flips out this way. So we got lots of flips on this one. So we've got the peacock over here. And then in this pocket, we have a journal card that I made. This is a 7 Gypsies journal card, and this one's I made out of a gel print and scraps and bits and pieces. I'll close this one back up. And then over here, we did a little corner tuck, just kind of collaged over the page. And then there's a little bitty pocket that has a journal card inside of it. And then on this one is a page out of a calendar that I put on top of a larger journal card with a pocket. And then I just added a couple of things to the inside. I didn't glue it all the way shut. So we have lots of little pieces here. And then I put a paper clip to keep it from flopping around too much, because the rose was just a bottom tuck spot. Flip that over. And then this is another one of Norella's images, and used another one of her images on a large journal card, just 8.5 by 11 paper that I trimmed to fit. A sticker from a paper kit that I had. Another large journal card in the letterhead or stationery. I love this unicorn image, also from Calico Collage, part of the fairy tale collection. Paper cast. Oh yeah, paper casting. You not done paper casting? It's where you have a mold and you take paper and you smush it into that mold and you let it dry, and then it has that shape. So it was paper casting. Using the buttons again. Use a little unicorn image there. And then this over here is another envelope that flips out. And then inside I had a little scrapbook paper and one of Norella's images. Just made a little card. Did some stenciling over this. Layers. And then this side is another one of Norella's images, and added a journal card that we can write upon into the pocket. Come on back into the pocket. I'm at a weird angle. Why isn't that working? Probably because I'm at a weird angle. What are you doing? Come on. What am I? Oh, I see. I was missing the spot, so it was catching. Got it. I got it. Here's another envelope that this time I made it to where there's a card coming out the top. And it folds over the page. A little cluster I made. So there's one on this side as well. And then this scrapbook paper I just laid over here, and then didn't glue it all the way down so that there was a long narrow pocket here. Another one of these little pockets with a journal card, little blank card. And then this is our writing board that we can put in. And it's got a couple of pockets with some little pieces that were left over. And so the idea is that you can take this flat side and put it under your page so it's easy to write over the page. It was stealing the show, wasn't it? And then here's the back. as well. I think it turned out really well. Oh, did the paper casting? Well, I may have to dig out some of my old molds. And next time we do handmade paper making, I'll get some of that out. All right, so I'm going to try to tie this shut. Oh, I think that's twisted. Let's twist it this way. So you can see the little ribbon on the side there. I think this turned out really pretty. I love how this is looking. It's gorgeous. I think the only thing I might do is, again, I'll add some glitter. I can add it now so you can see what I'm doing. It's a tulip glitter paint, dimensional glitter paint. It's usually in the t-shirt department. The last time I bought this, it says $5.49. It may be more, it may be less. Some places you could probably use a coupon. And all I'm going to do is just kind of add a little bit. And I'll kind of add it on to the mane here. And it just, when it's dry, it just adds some pretty sparkle to it. Okay. And I'll kind of come down on the front here, and then let's go around this a little bit, and maybe right here. It's clear, so it'll just show through whatever's underneath with a little bit of sparkle. I'm just adding it a little bit here and there. So that'll look really pretty when it's dry. Right now you can't see it so much. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I think I'm gonna just leave it at that. I think that's what I want to do. I don't know. Next week I may do some, like I said, page toppers. I'll show you what I mean. I think I have one here that I made. I'm gonna slide that over. Get out some of these pieces. This one, yeah, here's one. So basically what I did was I took a piece of paper, and it's ready that if I want, it can be a pocket on the page that I put it on, and it will fit within a 8.5 by 5.5 inch piece of paper. And so I just collaged on top of it, adding a couple of envelopes and journal cards. And then here's another one I made where I haven't added the tabs to it, but I just decorated it so it could be just glued down as is, or I could turn it into a big pocket that I put on the page. Here's an envelope that I made. So I think I may do some more of those out of all the scraps and stuff I have. That's what I'm thinking. If you have an idea that you want me to try, let me know. I had a note for other colors of journals, and I don't know what I did with it, so maybe I'll find it somewhere. Oh, do you know why gorillas' nostrils are so large? Do you know? Do you know why gorillas' nostrils are so large? Because they have big fingers. Hope that made you laugh. Made me laugh. That's all that matters. Oh dear. You know, we live in a world where there's a lot of turmoil going on, and the way that I find solace and why I feel like I know that I can go on is because Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, and He will get me through everything. So if you're feeling lost right now, you don't know what to do, you don't know where to go, find the Lord. get your Bible out. If you don't have one, go online and find one that you can read. Order one. Ask a friend if they have one you can have. I'm sure there's someone near you that would be more than willing to give you one. If you're able to get out, get into a church and fellowship with others. They will lift you up and help you through anything that you're going through right now. You like that zippity doo dah? Thank you so much. Thank you. I love the old key. It's kind of fun, isn't it? Be kind to those out there. You never know what someone is going through. Words of encouragement go a long way. I was watching a video that this young man has made it his mission to try to get people to smile. And so how he's doing that, as he's walking down the busy sidewalks in New York, he would say like, hey, I like your shoes. Hey, I like your coat. Hey, I like your beanie. Stocking cap that they may have on. And, you know, if you say something kind to someone, it might get them out of whatever is in their mindset at the moment. And they're like, oh, well, thank you. And they smile. And you never know where that may lead. So let's be kind about that. Thank you, Sheila. Thank you so much. It's been rough. Prayers answered for a message. There you go. There you go. Literally looks like, oh, you have a tattoo of a key. Oh, how neat. Neat, neat, neat. What else? Do something creative. Y'all get in your stash of stuff, however little or large it may be, and make something. You have some extras? You have some extra keys? Is that what you're saying, Jennifer? Make something. Make something creative, whether it be something really small, like a bookmark or a journal card or a pocket. Do something creative and have fun with it. I want to thank you all for being here. I thank you for being a part of my live stream by commenting and leaving your messages. If you would do me a big, big favor, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, if you could, leave a message down below in the comment section. What was your favorite part about this video today? Thank you so much. Oh, extra Bibles. Okay, Jennifer has extra Bibles. That's what I wanted to make sure. What was it? I missed it. Perfect. I think I have a couple of little ones around here, some little pocket ones that I could share with someone as well. All right, everybody. I want you to have an amazing week and know that you are loved, that I care for you, even though I may have never met you in person. I feel like you're part of my community and I am blessed to have you in my life. And I want you to know that. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you for blessing me for being here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. Know that you are loved. Y'all have an amazing week. Yet again, I'm so thankful. Love you lots, everybody. Bye-bye. That's if I get my computer to end. There it goes.